What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about who won E3 and yeah, just a face cam, no gameplay. I want to talk about Microsoft and Sony and who I thought won E3 because man, they laid the smack down yesterday. The smackdown was laid and both conferences were good. But they had their differences. Now, I'll let you guys know what my situation is if you are new to the channel. I own a lot of PlayStation consoles. I own a 360, but I haven't got an Xbox One, and I'm basically going to purchase a PS4. Well, I had already purchased a PS4 and it's broken, but I'm going to get a new one soon, hopefully tomorrow. So that's my kind of situation. I guess you could say I'm more on the Sony side, but I play what's best, and Microsoft did bring a good couple bombshells out. So let's talk about the Sony conference first. So yesterday at the Sony conference, I was half asleep, so you know it was kind of a relief that it finally happened because there was like a 2-hour break. And anyway, I digress. So we got to the Sony conference, and the Sony conference was definitely it was a lot more consistent than the Microsoft conference. In the Microsoft conference, there was some announcements here and there that were kind of lackluster. Let me turn this up. Yeah, there were some announcements that were lackluster, and you know, and then it was kind of up and down, You know, 1 minute they would announce some Japanese game, then they would announce Halo, then they would announce like another Japanese game, or like I don't know, some shit game no one really cared about, and then they would announce like, you know, like Forza Horizon 2. With the PS4, there's only 1 or 2 of those games. Everything was kind of consistent. You know, it was Batman, it was the Uncharted, Metal Gear Solid. It's all very consistent, you know, and it didn't really have up and down kind of excitement level for games. And I thought that was good. I really thought how they, you know, how they kind of managed the whole thing. There was a bit of a dry part in the middle of Sony conference where some random dude came up, started talking about PlayStation, the PlayStation Network, well PSM, and that was kind of dry. But besides that, the Sony conference was very good. The Microsoft conference, you know, for me, the big 2 standout, you know, moments were when they were talking about Halo and the remastered edition of the Halo 1, 2, and 3, the Master Chief Edition, and right at the start when Forza Horizon was announced. that game, no, behave. That is the reason enough. That and Halo, them 2 games are 2 huge reasons to purchase an Xbox One this holiday season, because that, I don't know. I don't know. Considering I'm gonna get a PS. Well, I'm just gonna say I have a PS4 because by the time this goes up, I probably will have a PS4. But considering I have a PS4 and I am a Sony guy generally, I mean, I've got a Vita here. Who has a Vita? No one has bought this piece of shit because no games have come out for it. But I've got one. I had one since like week 1. But man, that Halo though, and that Forza though, sorry, but that is just some next level shit, and I cannot wait to get my hands on that. Besides that, there wasn't really much I enjoyed at the Microsoft conference. Oh yeah, there was Rainbow Six. That was in the Microsoft conference. I think it was in the Microsoft conference. Rainbow Six, that looked very, very good. I really, really enjoyed Rainbow Six. They had COD. I'm not really interested in COD anymore, but COD's COD in the end of the day. You know, it's not really different. So that was really all it was for the Microsoft conference. Can't really think of much else that surprised me. For the Sony conference, they brought out a shit ton of stuff. They brought out a white PS4 with a Destiny bundle. They talked about Destiny. They talked about, you know, Batman. But I haven't really been playing many of the Batman games. But you know, I have played it here and there, and it was very good. Very, very good from what I've played. Really enjoyed the Batman games. And you know, from what I've played a few demos and I played, you know, the full game here and there. Haven't been a really big fan, but I might actually get into this. The Last of Us HD remake, that was effing huge. They've got the Metal Gear Solid. I've heard that it's supposed to be really good, and I'm definitely going to go through all of those games. They announced PlayStation Now for all you American users. I imagine we're not going to get it in the UK till after this year's finished it with, and we're in 2015, mid 2015. They mentioned Uncharted. Oh my god, Uncharted! I am such an Uncharted fanboy. That looked insane. It looked so good. I cannot wait. Assassin's Creed. They just had a lot more games on offer than Microsoft did, and even with the boring middle part, like, I don't know, it started and ended strong, and for me, this E3, Microsoft, they pulled out some shit with that Halo and that Forza, but sorry, Sony have done it again. They were way more consistent. They were just they brought their A game again, and for me, honestly, I'm not being a Sony fanboy here at all. After thinking about it and looking at the lineups, Sony were a lot more consistent at their E3, and I genuinely think they won. They won. Now, it wasn't a clear winner. It's very close, and the Microsoft conference was enough to convince me to save up for an Xbox One. I'm now saving. I've only got like £30, but I am now saving for an Xbox One just because of Forza and Halo. Literally over 100 multiplayer maps, and all 4 Halos. Like, like, what even is that? That is just sick. Like, Master Chief, I applaud you. If you were in the stream yesterday when I was reacting to it, man, my reaction must have been, yeah, it was sick. And Microsoft have definitely not disappointed in their press conference, and I can definitely say that both companies have done very well in their conferences yesterday. And I want to say congrats to everyone who went up there, because it's so hard to go up and speak to literally like a couple 100,000 people on the internet, like. Or look at how many people is it there? Like 1,000 people or 2,000 people in that hall. That takes balls. That takes balls, and I give yourself a pat on the back, lads. So you did a very good job. Thank you, Microsoft and Sony. The game has won this E3 ultimately, and that's the main thing I want to kind of get out of this video. The game has won E3. It wasn't a particular company. We got games, and that's all that matters. The fact that all these amazing announcements, the fact that we're getting heard finally, in this generation, makes me happy to see what can happen, soon. It makes me happy to see what the future holds, and hopefully this is only just the start, guys. So again, I hope you enjoyed this little E3 video. Hit the like, subscribe, and I'll have a lot more E3 content soon. Peace. They have a large selection of cars, which is obviously going to be cool, and they're all ready to get going. Solo mode, I believe. I'm not completely sure on that, but it does say here, it's kind of vague in the description it gives, but yeah, they should be all ready in solo mode for you guys to try out. And that is all the information we have on Project Cars. If you did enjoy this instructional video, hit the like, subscribe, stay safe, and I will be back with more Project Cars content soon. So yeah.